Let's talk about unleashing the greatness that's within you. If you know that there's more purpose inside of you, if you know there's a leader inside of you, if there's ideas that you've yet to manifest, if there's dreams you yet to pursue, if there's talents you've yet to showcase and play full out, then I want you to watch this video because I'm going to be sharing with you my number one strategy to help you to unleash that greatness within. Check it out. Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Darryll Stinson. I'm a two-time TEDx speaker and your speaker coach. And I want to thank you for tuning in today as we discuss how to unleash the greatness that's within. If you know that you've got greatness inside of you, if you're trying to figure out how to pull out that leader that you feel kicking and screaming and clawing to come out and live free, I want you to watch this video because I'm going to be talking about my number one strategy. If you rock with this, if you want to be a speaker, if you believe that your purpose can be made profitable, I want you to subscribe to this YouTube channel because I release a new video every single Friday, and I want you to be the first to get notified so that you can engage with the content and help spread this message and this content to more people. So go ahead and do that, and let's get into today's content. I remember the first time I discovered that there was greatness on the inside of me. I was in the 7th grade and we were doing silent reading in our English class. And back in that day, there was 2 types of reading. There was popcorn reading, where you would go through a book together as a class. You would probably read a page as a student. And then when you were done reading your portion of the page, you would call on somebody else, popcorn style, to read the next page. And then they would do the same and the same. You kind of popcorn around the room because you never knew who was going to get picked, like popping a bag of popcorn. The other type of reading was silent reading. Silent reading is where you would just read the section yourself, and then at the end of you reading whatever the assigned portion of reading was, you would then talk about it together and discuss what you've learned as a class. And I remember sitting there reading this book. I can't tell you what book it was, but it probably was like some common famous book because it was in all the schools and it was required reading. And I'm reading it, and I remember thinking to myself, I can do this. In fact, I thought I could do it better than what the writer did. Now, I do not know what made me think as a 7th grader with my writing ability that I could somehow produce something that was better than a New York Times bestselling author whose books was literally required reading all over the US. But that's what I thought. It was like this inner nudge being like, Darryll, you could do this. And so I stopped reading the section I was reading. I decided I was going to write a better version. And so I pulled out my little notepad from, the desk. The desk used to be the 2-in-1 where the chair was connected to the desk, that you pull open the top and then it was connected with the chair. I'm probably dating myself. I'm getting a little old. So if you know, then you know. So I pulled out my notepad, a paper, and I sat there and started to write the story that was written in the book and try to write it better. And the first few lines I wrote, I'm telling you, were magical. Like I had the right punctuation. It was poetic. It was powerful. It was much better than anything that they had. And then I kept trying to write, and I ran into writer's block. And I tried to look up some words in the thesaurus, and I couldn't figure out what to write. And I kind of got frustrated at myself. And I told myself in that moment that what I envisioned in my mind that I could do, what I dreamed in my heart of what was possible, was all made up, and it wasn't actually a reality in my life. It kind of reminds me of like when you do a karaoke song and you think you can sing, but in your mind, you can sing, but in your life, you know that you're going to mess it up. It's like the same principle. It's like I think about that Whitney Houston song where it goes, and I'm not going to keep saying it because my tone is off, but don't everybody think they can hit that note and none of us hit the note, right? That's how that moment of writing that story was for me, was that I realized that what I saw in my head wasn't actually what I was able to do in my life. And I did something that was very dangerous. I started to talk myself out of something that I should have been talking myself into. So let me ask you that question. Are you talking yourself out of something you should be talking yourself into? I allowed that moment of failure and really underdeveloped skill set to talk me out of my dream, to tell myself that, Darryll, you don't have what it takes to be a good writer. That, Darryll, this vision that you see of being a better writer than this person who wrote this book is not really possible, that you're just making this up in your mind. And I started to talk myself out of even trying, instead of talking myself and speaking more positive thoughts and helping myself to get the confidence to keep developing myself to increase my skill level to the point where what I saw in my life matched up with what I could see in my heart and in my mind and what I could envision. But you can't do that if you don't talk yourself into stuff that you should talk yourself into, because it's your future. So what I want you to do is I want you to examine the dreams that are in your heart. And I want you to start talking yourself into stuff that your heart knows is best for you. When you hear that inner voice tell you, man, you could do that thing, you could write that book, you can give that speech, you can create that craft, I want you to allow yourself to dream and give yourself the courage to invest in that ability until what you see in your life aligns and matches with what you saw in your mind. I'm not saying everything that we want to do, we can do. I'm not saying that, Darryll, if you wanted to be the world's best singer, you could be the world's best singer. I don't know if that's even a desire that I have. So this isn't about doing anything that you think you can do. This is about doing the one thing that you know that's in your heart to do. You see, I believe that if you have that desire in your heart to do something great, to be someone great, that is what I call a godly desire, that God placed those dreams inside of you as evidence that there's something for you to accomplish and to pursue in life. You know, those moments like I described with you when I was in 7th grade, I would often have multiple of those as I grew older. And every time I would think that these dreams that I was having about what was possible for my life was God's way of kind of tormenting me and teasing me for where I wasn't at yet or who I wasn't yet. But what I now realized is that my dreams weren't sent to remind me of what's not possible. My dreams were sent to inspire me about what is. The same is true for you, my friend. Your dreams, the daydreams that you have about how good you can be, the visions you have at night about what's possible for your life, the small little thoughts you think throughout the day about how different, how much better, how much more fulfilling your life could be, those dreams were not sent to torment you about what's not possible for your life. Those dreams were sent to inspire you about what is capable when you put your full self into your calling and your purpose. So you know the key to unleashing the greatness within is to talk yourself into what your heart most desires. So what I want to know from you is, are you going to take action? Are you going to say yes to the greatness within? Are you going to start talking yourself into stuff that you've been talking yourself out of for years? Because if that's you, then I want you to type, yes, I'm ready in the chat. Type, yes, I'm ready in the chat, because I want to hold you accountable, and I want to start a thread of people who choose that they are no longer going to play small, but they're going to rise to the full potential that they knows within us. Because one thing I know about people, and one of my favorite quotes, is that our greatest fear is not that we are inadequate. Our greatest fear is that we are powerful beyond measure. I'm telling you, my friend, you are powerful beyond measure. That greatness that you see on the inside of you is possible. All you have to do is talk yourself into it every day. Wake yourself up and tell yourself that you're capable, that you're good enough, that you're special, that just because something is easy for you doesn't mean that it's not a supernatural talent. I believe that what's natural to you is actually a supernatural superpower for you to use to advance your life and to benefit and bless other people. So unleash the greatness within you, because not only is the world waiting to experience that authentic, raw, real version of you, but you're waiting on you. And you know that leader's ready to come out. That greatness is ready to come out. Might sound corny, but come out wherever you are. So if you're ready to come out and unleash that greatness within, type yes, I'm ready in the chat, and let's impact this world together. All right, my friends, that's all I have for you today. If you haven't already, I want to make sure that you click that bell, subscribe to the YouTube channel, make sure you like, comment, share, and engage with the content. If you're looking to connect with a community of speakers, a safe space for you to practice, if you want to receive free speaking leads and some coaching from me, all for free, join my Purpose Made Profitable private Facebook group. We talk about not just how to make your purpose profitable, but how to make your speaking profitable. And I believe that your purpose, that thing that you were uniquely created to do, you deserve to be paid for it. So let's talk about it inside the private Facebook group. I'll see you there. Peace.